thank you so much for dropping by. What a beautiful day to begin with, and I hope you are liking our Japanese animation series. And the pick of this today is The Wind Rises. Miyazaki has many movies, animation movies, in which he always shown airplanes. This one is also brings you back to the 1918 or that time. I don't want to say that one. At that time, the world had a chaotic situation, and then the story revolves around this fictional character Jiro. So he has an eye problem, maybe nearsighted. That's why he cannot uh, fly planes. And it was his ambitions. And how to overcome this challenge? There comes Giuliano Battista Caproni in his dreams and tells him that, sorry, that second floor and there are motorbikes going out. It's so noisy. Giuliani comes in his dream and tells that I have never fly any plane. But if you cannot fly, at least you can make it. That's what I am doing it. And then he said, yeah, why this weakness? I will make it as a hindrance between my goal. I can achieve my goals and overcome all these things because no one can make you inferior without your consent. So he doesn't want to make an inferior, and he said that, okay, let's do it. And after 5 years, as he is going to the maybe Tokyo University or to learn the engineering, aeronautical engineering or this, and on his way he was in the train and he meets Naoko and her maid, and suddenly there was an earthquake and her maid broke her leg, and he helps them to to be in their village to drop them in her house. But he has a vision, so he forgot to tell her his name, and he just moves to his institute, and there he studies and learns about how to make planes, because at that time he has vision to do something for his country. And at that time he met a friend, Cairo. So Jiro and Cairo both graduated and they worked at the company Mitsubishi to make planes, and their project was to make Falcon plane. But somehow that Falcon plane on his maiden flight destroyed in the air, and the investors were not interested to invest more into this. So they have to go to Germany to learn some engineering and all this. And you can see that at that time also they had to go through so much challenges being a foreigner in Germany, and how they treat you, what are the challenges they have to bear. But somehow they learn so much because they are very smart people. Japanese, really honestly, they are very smart people. They observe, they keep observing, and they learn something from observations. That's why I just believe in the cross-cultural study, that when you're learning from different culture, you have to adapt and adopt something that they really do it. Because sometimes even the teacher tells you, do you do this, and you don't learn it. But some people, they just observe that somebody is doing it and they understand that, oh, this is what he is teaching it. So that happened with them, and they learn a lot of good things in Germany. And Caproni comes in his dream and telling the beauty of planes, that it is up to the person to make it for the betterment of the human beings or mankind, or use this for another person purposes. So now Jiro comes back and becomes the chief of the project, and somehow this once again this project didn't work very well, and he was so saddened by another great loss. And then he goes back to the countryside to feel a little bit away from this stress, because their project 2 times got failed and the investors were not interested to invest in this project, and he was sad. But he goes back to the village, as he goes to the resort, he once again see Naoko there painting something, and then they recall that how they met it, and now he is in love with this girl who he met long time ago. So now he wanted to marry her, but she has tuberculosis. But he has been very helpful to her. This is a very beautiful scene that you know that how both of them are being with each other in this hard time. And in that resort, he met another German guy who was there, and the Japanese forces were there to capture that one, and he was also like somehow becomes a focal person in that incident. And there he lives away from her wife and try to meet her somehow. Though she is going through a very tough time and she is sooner going to die, Jiro has to go for her Mitsubishi plane that he made it. So he has to see the test flight, it works or not. Finally, it is a successful project, but the wind that comes that time gives him the message that something bad has happened. Naoko comes and leaves the letter and goes away from her life, and that was the sad part, that the beauty of success comes with the irreparable loss. And then later they find out that his plane that he made was not used for the betterment of mankind. Giviano comes again in his dream and tells him that whether you win or lose, whatever you done for the betterment of the humanity, that matters the most. I hope you will like this one. No, the sad part was that their love life, it was not good there. Suddenly she has to die. So I hope you will like it, and another plane movie, we'll review it later. So thank you so much for being with me, and thank you so much. Bye bye.